I swear something always happens when I'm filming. Like, it's just like, oh, let this happen, or let's die, or let's run out of storage, and it's just like so annoying. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kendra Nicole, and today I'm going to give you 8 reasons why you should buy a Kindle versus a physical book in 2021. So I got my Kindle back in November of last year. I got it for my birthday from my boyfriend. He is super sweet to gift this to me. I wanted a Kindle just to try it out because I used to have an e-reader and I pretty much used it often, but I realized I did read more when I had a Kindle, only because with a physical book, like, first of all, you have to actually carry the thing around. It can't fit in a lot of bags. I mean, unless if you just carry a lot of things, but to me it just like was kind of heavy. If I annotate, because sometimes I like to highlight quotes and stuff that I like, I would need to have a pencil with me, or I would have to have like a highlighter on me, and I just thought, like, this is getting tiring. I want to try out a Kindle. So he gave me this for my birthday last year. My birthday was in November and currently it is August, so I've had this almost a year, and I was going to do a review on this. Well, as I was reviewing my Kindle, I realized I'm not reviewing this. I'm telling you why you should get a Kindle, or I was like stating things you can do on the Kindle. So if you do want to review, please let me know. I can do like a yearly review like in November, because that'll be a year when I have this, but I would love to do that. But today I'm going to give you 8 reasons why you should consider getting a Kindle versus a physical book. But the first point I wanted to make was the size and the weight of the Kindle. This, I mean, it's in a case, but this is the size of a Kindle. I compared it to my phone. So I have the XS Max iPhone. I mean, I need an upgrade, but this is the size of the Kindle. So this right here is pretty much almost identical. It's almost the same height as an iPhone Max, like the Max versions of a phone. So just imagine your Kindle the height of your phone, but sideways. It doesn't take up the whole phone, like it's smaller than that. So the Kindle is actually pretty small. Well, I remember my boyfriend had bought it from Best Buy, but he didn't have time to go pick it up, so I did. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is smaller than I thought. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Well, as I started reading it and I started using it, I love the size of this. Like, it's honestly perfect. Yes, it's a little small, but I feel like the smaller it is, the better. I mean, you're just reading. Just take the height of your phone and it's pretty much the same, like height, and then width wise, like I could hold this with one hand, and I feel like I have pretty small hands. But I love the size of this. It's small, it's compact, it's very slim. I do have a case on this, but it doesn't make it bulky at all, and I do not want it to be bulky because this fits in any bag that I have. Wait, I'm gonna get my bag so that y'all can see like how small like this thing can fit in anything. Wait, that didn't make sense. I'm gonna get my small bag that I use every day to show you what it fits in. So be right back. This is my everyday bag. This is my Kate Spade mini backpack. I don't know the exact name of it, but I mean, this is just my everyday bag. It's black with gold detailing, but this thing is small, y'all. I don't know if you can tell. Like, let me get this book over here. This bag is small, okay? My Kindle fits in here with all my stuff. I don't know if that speaks for the bag or that speaks for the Kindle, but it fits in here, and it fits my wallet, and my wallet is pretty bulky. So I'm gonna put this in here, and I also have my other like girly essentials in here too. So this thing fits in here like a glove. I think you get the idea. The Kindle is small, but I mean, I think that makes it worthwhile because, oh, I don't want this in the shot. I think it makes it worthwhile because you can carry it literally anywhere, and it's not heavy, by the way. Holding it in your hands, it is lightweight at all. Like, as you're reading, and if you're a long reader, and I'm a slow reader, so I do read long, it doesn't bother me. I'm not like, oh my gosh, this thing is so heavy, or I'm just like constantly like needing to rest. This feels really good. It's super light, it's small, it's compact, but it's very slim, and I love that. So next is book accessibility. So you have like access to books like instantly. Like if you're looking for a book, I'm pretty sure you can get any book that you want as long as it's in an e-version of it or a Kindle version of it. But you have like instant access to literally any book that you want to read. Imagine like, you know, buying a book online, you have to wait for it to come in, and if you don't have Prime, you gotta wait even longer to get it. Or you have to search for the book if it's not in like alphabetical order in the store and stuff. So you have like instant access to books. Like you don't have to wait to read. Like you can just start reading instantly as long as you have Wi-Fi. If you want to download a book or even a sample of a book, which I'm going to get to next, you need to have Wi-Fi to be able to download it. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can still read like without Wi-Fi on the Kindle. Like you don't need to have internet access, but if you want to download a book or a sample or anything with the internet, you have to have Wi-Fi. The third point that I want to mention is the samples. So me personally, I'm very picky with my books. I only read first person. I do not like third person books, only because I feel like it's confusing and I'm tired of rereading the same name over and over again. That is very picky of me, but that's just how I like my books in first person. And I also like the style of how the author itself like writes the book. That matters to me too. So on the Kindle, you can actually download samples before you actually purchase the book. So what I do, if I'm interested in a book, I will go to the e-reader bookstore on my Kindle and I will look up whatever book I want, and if it has the sample, which most of them do, you can read up to 10% of that book. I'm pretty sure it's with all of them. It just depends on what 10% of the book. I'm sure the author might let you read. I'm not totally sure on that, but I know it's 10% of the book. I will download a book and I will read the sample before I buy it. But I mean, you can also read the sample to see if you're actually into a book, because there's a few books that I thought I would enjoy that a lot of people talk about on the booktube and on the TikTok that I actually didn't enjoy. And I told myself, and I gave myself this rule, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I told myself if I do not like that 10% of the book, then I might as well just not buy it. If you have to read deep into a book to get into it, I'm not personally sure if I'm crazy about that. Me as a writer, if you don't hook the readers in like soon or quickly, I mean, you're gonna lose some reads. Now you have to be careful because some books, they include like the table of contents, the acknowledgements, they include all of that in the beginning of the 10%. So some books you may not get to read anything at all, but most of them, they let you start at like chapter 1 and read till 10%. So I think that is an awesome feature. All right, so the cost of books. The cost of books is so much cheaper. So I put an example in here, and this is a book that I actually bought and I actually enjoyed. It is called Happily Ever Afters. I forgot the author. Let me look really quick. Oh, it's by Elise Brandt. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I bought her book and it's called Happily Ever Afters. That book was super good, so I ended up buying it. And if I were to buy the hardcover on the Amazon or just in general, it was $17.99. But on my Kindle, I got that book for $9.99. That does not include tax, but that is still a deal. Like, you save money on an e-reader. So if you're really into reading and you enjoy books a lot, I totally recommend the Kindle. Now, if it's brand new, there's not that much money off, but most of the time I do save at least, you know, $5, but the most I've saved probably is $15 on some books. Another feature that I like about the Kindle that you definitely cannot do with a physical book is the various light settings, and you can customize your read. What I mean by that is you can change the lighting setting on here if you were reading at night or if you're reading outside or what have you. Right now I have it in dark mode only so you guys can like see the screen, even though I'm not trying to show you what exactly it looks like. But you can like read this at night and not have to have like a lamp on or something, because I know for me when I read physical books I would like have to sleep with the light on, make sure I'm not in the way of my shadow so I can read the book. But with the Kindle, like I can read this like pitch black, like got my little screen on. I can read this with my backlight on and I just love it so much. I love that it has those different light settings. And what I meant by customization is you can change the font size, the spacing of the words. You can show like at the bottom, do you want to see like what page you're on in the book, what percentage you have read, or like how long you have left in the book, and so on. Also annotate in your books as well. So I think that's already like a lot of stuff that you can do on a Kindle that you definitely just can't do in a physical book. If you are dyslexic, I think they have a feature on the Kindle where you can put it as if you're dyslexic, and it helps you to read better so that you don't like mess up or anything. And you can like have the font super tiny, or you can have it really big, or like it works for anybody at any age. Like this is not just like a young adult thing, a kid thing, an old person thing. Like anyone can read from a Kindle and change it to their preference. So that is definitely something that I enjoy on the Kindle. So another thing that is great about the Kindle, if you're still like, why should I get a Kindle, like I'm really not digging this, well, it links to your other devices. I just found this out like not even a month ago, and I've had this for a while. So I noticed I had the Kindle app on my phone, and I didn't know that I did. So I was like, oh, let me just start reading the book I was reading on my Kindle at work. Well, then that night I was like, oh, let me read on my Kindle now, since I want to get off my phone and like be sleepy. But when I opened my Kindle, it was like, would you like to fast forward, I'm paraphrasing by the way, would you like to fast forward to page so and so from this device? And I was like, I think the first time I said no, because I didn't read what it said, and it popped up on my Kindle, and I said yes, and it automatically like jumped to where I was reading on my phone. And to me, that's really cool, because I thought I would have to like fast forward on the Kindle, like, oh my gosh, like where did I stop? It does that automatically for you, which I think is super cool. So you can use your Kindle, your phone, or whatever has the Kindle app, or even your Amazon account of where you're reading, and it links to everything so that you don't have to like keep trying to dig and find where you last read. It keeps track of it for you. I just thought that was a cool feature that I didn't even know had. I literally just found it out recently. So I think that is super cool. Okay, I am almost done. I have about 2 more points that I want to get through. So another feature on the Kindle that I think is really neat that a physical book definitely is not, it is waterproof. So you can literally read your Kindle in the tub, at the beach, in the pool, and you are like good. And I've heard of people drop their Kindle in the tub or at the beach, and it gets all sandy and there's water like on it and in it, and it's like totally fine. There's only one port on the Kindle, which is the charging port down here at the bottom. And if you do drop it, I mean, I'm sure like that sucks, but it's waterproof. Like it's not water resistant. Like there's a difference. And I did hear some people say they dropped it in the tub and stuff, and it was totally fine, and they just wiped it off. Because I don't know if you can tell, let me put it back in dark mode. The Kindle is, it's matte. Like I don't know if you can tell by the light, but this is like a matte finish. Like it's not glossy like your phone, you know what I mean? So if something did happen to it, you can just wipe it off with probably a towel, and you're like good to go. So it's cool that it's waterproof, so you can literally read it anywhere. And with the different light variations and with the waterproof, there's a lot of reasons why you should get a Kindle, and I really feel like by now you definitely should consider. The last thing that I want to talk about is the battery life on the Kindle. I don't know if it's because I'm a slow reader, or maybe I don't read as often as a lot of people who do like to read, but the Kindle's battery lasts forever. I charge at most my Kindle twice a month. At that, I don't even know, definitely once a month for sure, if I just don't want it super low. Like right now I'm at 39%. I promise you the last time I charged this was probably the end of June, and it is currently mid-August. That tells you how long it lasts. Now it may be because I do like to read at night and I use the dark mode a lot, so it doesn't use as much light, but that still tells you how long the battery life is. Like I'm never reading my Kindle like, oh my gosh, I need to hurry up and read this chapter because my Kindle's about to die. No, that doesn't happen. The battery life on this lasts for days, and I believe it even says that the Kindle battery life lasts about a week or 2 weeks, something like that. I don't know, I could be wrong, but the Kindle battery lasts really good. So that is another really good feature, that if you're still like, well, it's gonna die on me, or well, it's not gonna last me that long, the battery life is really good, trust me. I mean, don't put your setting like extremely high like all the time when you don't need to, like the lighting setting, but the battery lasts like forever, and I really like that because it's on 39%. Like I'm not even worried. This thing will last me probably another good 2 weeks before I have to charge it, so that's something else that you can definitely consider. I believe that's all the points that I wanted to make. At the very bottom I said something so cliche, and this is not sponsored, but this is literally like me saying this, but I said that it helps me to read more because it's like I'm literally having my library in my hands. Let's say I am reading a physical copy of a book. Well, what if I don't want to read that? what if I want to find something else? What if I'm just over that book and it's like, gosh, I don't even want to read this anymore? Well, if I have my handy dandy Kindle here, I can read whatever I want. So I just love it, and it's probably one of my favorite gifts that I have gotten. I think it was my best gift that I got too last year on my birthday. I think this is an awesome gift for somebody who loves to read. I think this is an awesome gift for yourself if you love to read. So if you need a sign to get a Kindle, this is your sign, because this is not sponsored, and I'm gonna keep saying it just so y'all know no one is paying me to say this or do this video. I love the Kindle. It is very nice, it is very compact, it is very cute, and I totally recommend that you get it. Now I will say it is $130, and that's in US dollars on Amazon. I recommend waiting till they have a sale, because you know Amazon has some pretty good sales, and I got this at Best Buy, and Best Buy has sales quite often to me. So I believe my boyfriend, because I'm the one that told him that I wanted it and I told him it was on sale, I want to say he got this for $90 or $80. To me that is such a steal versus, I mean, $130. And then he bought me this case. I don't remember how much it is. If I find it, I'll link it down below for you. So let me just tell you how exactly I utilize my Kindle and how I read books now. So first I get on my Kindle and I look up a book I'm interested in that maybe somebody talked about or recommended to me. I'll look it up on my Kindle. Next, I'll download the sample of it. It literally takes maybe 5 seconds for it to download completely. So I'll download the sample, read the sample of the book. If I enjoy it, then I will buy the book, and I'll probably save about $10 depending on how old or new the book is. I'll read the book, and if I like it, I will go out my way to buy the physical copy of the book, just for fun and just for like the aesthetics of going to a bookstore and like smelling the pages and like looking on bookshelves of all the different books and all the different colors and shapes and sizes. But that's what I do. So I feel like to me that saves money, because I don't want to keep a physical copy of a book unless if I liked it. That's just what I do. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but for me, I feel like that saves me money, because then I'm not going to be as excited to get it because I already have it, I already read it. So I'm just buying it just because I want to and add it to my little physical book collection over there. But I love my Kindle. I started reading a lot more this summer because I realized that I miss reading and I miss writing also. Writing is another story. That's another video for a different time. But I just love reading, and I just think it is so fun. And if you, like I said, needed a sign to get a Kindle, this is your sign, and this is not sponsored, so this is a genuine recommendation. That is all I have for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully this was helpful to you. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, but it's okay if you don't, because it's free, so you can always unsubscribe, or you don't have to subscribe. You can do whatever you want to do. But please give it a like if you enjoyed it. I loved making this video. It was very fun, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. But I will talk to you guys in my next video, and I think that's it. Bye.